In a world that feels increasingly chaotic, where our peace is often at the mercy of a social media notification, a boss's mood, or a global crisis, there is an ancient operating system for the human mind. It's called Stoicism. Born in the porches of Athens and refined in the halls of Roman power, Stoicism isn't about being emotionless. It's about building an inner fortress that no external storm can breach. Today, we are going deeper than the surface. We are exploring the 7 core principles of Stoicism to help you reclaim your time, your focus, and your soul. Principle 1, the Dichotomy of Control. The foundation of all Stoic thought starts with a simple, brutal question: is this within my control? Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher, taught that our only true power lies in our opinions, intentions, and actions. Everything else, the weather, the economy, what people think of you, even your health, is ultimately outside your absolute control. Think about it. We spend 90% of our energy worrying about things we can't change. The Stoic shifts that energy. When you stop trying to control the wind and start focusing on how you set your sails, you become unshakable. It's the difference between frustration and freedom. Principle 2, Amor Fati, love of fate. Most people tolerate their lives. The Stoic loves it. Amor Fati is the practice of embracing everything that happens to you, the good, the bad, and the ugly, as necessary fuel for your growth. Friedrich Nietzsche later popularized this, but it began with the Stoics. Instead of wishing for a different reality, you say, "This is exactly what I needed to become stronger." If you lose your job, it's not a disaster. It's an opportunity to reinvent. If you face a betrayal, it's a lesson in discernment. You don't just accept your fate, you fall in love with it. Principle 3, Premeditatio Malorum, the premeditation of evils. This is perhaps the most counterintuitive Stoic exercise. While modern toxic positivity tells us to only think about success, Stoics believe in visualizing failure. Every morning, Seneca would sit and imagine what could go wrong. He imagined losing his wealth, being exiled, or facing a health crisis. Why? Because the blow that is foreseen strikes less hard. When you visualize the worst-case scenario, you realize 2 things. First, you can likely survive it. Second, you stop taking your current blessings for granted. It turns your anxiety into a strategy. Principle 4, Memento Mori, remember you must die. This sounds morbid, but it is actually the ultimate tool for clarity. Memento Mori, Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world as Emperor of Rome, reminded himself, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. When we live as if we are immortal, we waste time on petty arguments and meaningless distractions. When you realize that your time is a dwindling resource, you stop saying yes to things that don't matter. You live with an urgency of character. Death doesn't make life pointless. It makes it precious. Principle 5. The obstacle is the way. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action." What stands in the way becomes the way. For a Stoic, a problem is never a dead end. It's a redirection. Fire feeds on everything that is thrown into it. If you throw wood on a small flame, it might go out. But if the fire is strong, the wood becomes its fuel. Every struggle you face is the gym for your character. You don't run away from the weight. You lift it to get stronger. The obstacle isn't blocking your path, it is the path to a better version of you. Principle 6, Voluntary Discomfort. To be truly free, you must prove to yourself that you don't need comfort to be happy. Seneca advised setting aside a few days every month to live on the cheapest food and wear rough clothing, asking yourself, is this what I used to fear? By practicing poverty or discomfort while you are still successful, you break the chains of lifestyle creep. If you know you can survive on bread and water and sleep on the floor, You can never be manipulated by the fear of losing your job or your status. You become invincible. Principle 7. The view from above. Finally, when life feels overwhelming, take the view from above. Imagine yourself rising above your house, your city, and the planet. Look down at the billions of people who lived before you and the billions who will come after. Our problems feel huge because we are too close to them. From the perspective of the cosmos, our huge mistakes and embarrassing moments are just tiny specks in the fabric of time. This isn't meant to make you feel insignificant, but to give you perspective. It helps you let go of your ego and find peace in the grand design of nature. Outro. Stoicism is not a set of rules to read. It is a discipline to practice. It won't make your life easy, but it will make you capable of handling anything life throws at you. Start today. Pick one principle, perhaps, the dichotomy of control, and apply it to your next frustration. If you found value in this journey through ancient wisdom, consider subscribing. Remember, the mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell or a hell of heaven. Stay strong. Stay stoic.